You're hoping for bad news. I know. You'd never say it out loud, you'd never admit it at dinner. You tell your friends you're worried about the economy, you tell your family you're anxious about the climate or AI or the brewing war. But late at night, when you are lying in the dark bathed in the blue light of your phone, scrolling through catastrophe after catastrophe, there is a tiny secret knot in your chest that loosens. You feel relief. Because if the world is collapsing, then you don't have to fix your life. If the economy is broken, it's not your fault you hate your job. If the future is doomed, it's not your fault you haven't started that project. If everything is meaningless, then your mediocrity isn't a failure. It's just inevitable. You aren't reading the news to stay informed. You are reading the news to find an excuse to give up. You have fallen in love with the apocalypse because the apocalypse is the only thing that gets you off the hook. Let's perform the autopsy on this feeling. Why does the thought of the end feel so much like safety? In existential psychology, we look at the work of Friedrich Nietzsche. He warned us about this specific state over a century ago. He didn't just talk about nihilism as believing in nothing. He made a critical distinction between active nihilism and passive nihilism. Active nihilism is a hammer. It destroys old values to build new ones. It's dangerous, but it is alive. But what you are doing, that is passive nihilism. Passive nihilism is a resignation of the will. It is the psychological equivalent of playing dead so the bear doesn't eat you. But the bear isn't a predator. The bear is expectation. Think of your potential like a heavy rucksack you have to carry up a steep, icy mountain. It's heavy. It cuts into your shoulders. It requires sweat, planning, and the terrifying possibility that you might slip and fall while everyone watches. Now imagine someone runs down the mountain and screams, "Hey, don't worry about the climb, an avalanche is coming, we're all gonna die anyway." What happens to the rucksack? You drop it. The weight vanishes. The relief washes over you like a narcotic. If there is no future, there is no pressure to become someone. The doom of the world validates your desire to stay small. This is what we call a rationalization. You are taking your internal fear of failure, which is personal, shameful, and painful, and you are projecting it onto the external world. You aren't afraid the world is ending. You are afraid the world won't end, and you'll have to actually participate in it. And here is the incision. Here is the rot we need to cut out. This comfort you feel, it is rotting you from the inside out. You think you are being a realist. You look at the charts, you look at the debt clocks, and you say, "I'm just accepting the inevitable. I'm just being logical." That is a lie. You are not a realist. You are avoiding the work. In clinical terms, you are engaging in avoidance coping. You are using the tragedies of the world as a shield to hide from your own agency. You are sitting in a lifeboat on a sinking ship refusing to grab an oar because the ship is going down anyway. But look at the cost. You are sitting in a dark room waiting for the ceiling to collapse. But what if it doesn't? What if you wait 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and the apocalypse doesn't come? What if the world just keeps limping along, messy and broken, but still here? You will wake up at 40 or 50, and you will realize that you wasted your one singular, terrifyingly brief existence waiting for a permission slip that never arrived. You are mourning a death that hasn't happened yet, and in doing so, you are committing suicide by inches. So, how do we stop the doom scroll? How do we pick the rucksack back up? We have to look at Viktor Frankl. Frankl was a psychiatrist who survived the Nazi concentration camps. If anyone had a right to say the world is evil and nothing matters, it was him. He stared into the absolute abyss of human cruelty, but he found the opposite. He discovered what he called the will to meaning. He realized we cannot control the external world. We cannot control the economy, the wars, or the timeline. That is an external locus of control, and chasing that is madness. But we have absolute, terrifying authority over one thing: our response. You have to stop asking the universe what it's going to give you. The universe is silent. It doesn't care. Instead, you have to realize that you are the one being asked the question. Life is asking you, given that the world is broken, who will you be? The antidote to passive nihilism isn't optimism. Optimism is cheap. Optimism is just expecting a sunny day. The antidote is action. It is the refusal to let the chaos of the world dictate the order of your mind. It is cleaning your room while the city burns, not because it saves the city, but because it saves you. It means you look at the broken economy and you learn a skill anyway. It means you look at the rising divorce rates and you love your partner anyway. It means you look at the void and you build a house right on the edge of it. The future is blank. That shouldn't scare you. That should thrill you. It means the script isn't written yet. Stop waiting for the credits to roll. The movie just started. Pick up the pen.